Okay, so I said I'd never do this again, and look at it, 5 minutes later, I'm doing it again. Great. Woman of my word. So, since doing Yamazaki, I was like, well, why don't I do one that is doing a comparison? So, Buffalo Trace versus Yamazaki 12 year. So, Buffalo Trace is $25 a bottle. Again, if you can find it. Somehow my sister's local liquor store over here, actually a couple local liquor stores, can facilitate this. So, versus the $125 Yamazaki 12 year. So we'll do Buffalo Trace first, since this is my first time tasting Buffalo Trace ever, I think. Whatever. Color, a little bit darker than the Yamazaki is. Again, because it's bourbon, it's a little bit more darker and brown than the more copper feel of the Yamazaki. Nose, much sweeter. Bourbon, typical sweeter, because it has to be 51% corn, which is going to be sweeter. But yeah, much sweeter nose. A little bit more of that vanilla note, which is very kind of standard for American white oak. You kind of get that vanilla feel. But nice nose, very pleasant. Nothing abrasive about it. Kind of honeyed, vanilla. Kind of those kind of baking spices versus the Yamazaki, which I got more citrus. So let's taste. Wow. That's got a lot going on. Much more coating of the mouth. Again, I think the more viscosity of it with the charred American oak barrels and the corn, that's very typical of bourbon. This is at 45% alcohol, so just a smidgy more, but very coating of the mouth. Lots of like more baking spices to it. Almost kind of like these like apricot-y notes, which are very unique and different and really cool. Yeah, almost like apricot or really ripe peach. Very nice. My sister's taking this video, is probably thinking I'm getting wasted right now. A little bit more spicier on the finish. Definitely you could definitely feel the little bit of alcohol a bit more versus the Yamazaki, which is again a little bit more citrusy, much more softer on the nose and more subtle. It's not as a punch of the face. Not as spicy. Kind of, you definitely feel like it's like a softer water almost to it than the Buffalo Trace. Not as fruity, doesn't pack quite the punch, but a little bit more softer and rounder overall. Like it feels a little bit more rounded than the Buffalo Trace, which is a more in-your-face kind of feel. Is this better than this? For the money, this is fucking fantastic. For $125, again, I'm not a proponent of spending a ridiculous amount of money on spirits unless you're me and want to like collect them or whatever. It's my collecting thing. So the Buffalo Trace, I would definitely like. This Yamazaki is going to last me a really long time because I'm going to be too scared to drink it a lot. But the Buffalo Trace is excellent for $25, and you probably don't even need to buy whiskey over $50. So better? Yes. More in your face? Yes. The Yamazaki is more rounded, but it's still, they're both very good, but value in the money is all in the Buffalo Trace. So there you go.